Namaste. This is Sampradana Charitable Trust again. I am happy to say that different parts of India, people have started calling me up and they are making, they are asking for certain clarifications on meditation. It is a good sign. People are moving towards spirituality. Indians are getting materialized than the Western people. Now the Western people have grown up and they want spirituality. Indians are very much attached to material, like what 50 years, 100 years back Americans and the UK people and some other Western countries were doing. Like that Indian people, Indians, now they are very much towards materialistic. But again, I feel proud. So my videos have been viewed by so many people in India, not only in India, but in abroad also. And they have started asking certain questions through mail and by over phone also. I am very happy. Unless otherwise your doubts are cleared, I don't advise you to move forward. And overall, after listening to the questions asked by the people from different locations in India and abroad, I have come to know that a total misconception or misunderstanding about meditation. Meditation means it is not any formula like A plus B. Some theorems and formulas are there, it is not like that. It is just observing things. It is just observing things. What is happening inside you, you got to observe. That is meditation. Don't confuse yourself. Oneness of body, mind and soul. I told you the meditation is oneness of body, mind and soul. It means what? Physically you are seeing externally your body. Internally, although you are unable to see, if you cut any part of the body, you can peek through inside. And you know what all the things or organs are being implanted by God. So internal and external physical body, you know. Mental. What is mind? Now I am able to talk something. It is because of the mental activation. It is because of the mental activation. I am telling something and you are listening. What the thing is, you are listening, that is your mental activity. That is mind. Physical body, mental body. The physical body and the mental body both survives because of the Atma, Jivatma, Prana. In Sanskrit we call it as Prana Shakti, Jivatma. Life energy, life. You say that Mr. X is died. What do you mean by died? Died means the physical body is as it is. Whatever the things are inside, that is also as it is. The mind is calmed down, it cannot act. The mind is also inside brain, it cannot react. Why? Because is the life force energy, the life, the prana shakti has gone out from the physical body. So you should know you are not the physical body and you are not the mental body. You are totally confused that mind is the Atma. Mind is not the Atma. Mind is, but it is being controlled or activated by the mind and Atma. Both are interacted together. The interactions are together being done and the actions are being done, executed. Unless the Atma and mind join together, no action is being executed. That is called karma. Atma should stay away from the physical body and the mental body, and it has to observe what is happening in the mind, how the mind reacts and how the body reacts. These two you got to listen or observe. That is meditation. Once you start observing what is happening inside the mind or what the things are being going on, once you start observing, you develop a oneness. You develop a oneness. Automatically, the Atma, the body and the soul both join together and you reach the Samadhi stage. Why you have to meditate? To reach the Samadhi stage. Why you have to reach the Samadhi stage? Unless otherwise you reach the Samadhi stage, it is very difficult to understand who you are. Who am I? It is very difficult. You should know why you have to come into existence in the world as a human being. You say that because of your father and mother, you have come into existence. That is not the only this thing. Whatever bad things and good things you did it in the past, because of the past karma, the present janma has been given to you. I don't want to explain the karma theory here. It is a very big subject, but you should know. And I am coming to the subject now. Certain category people, they ask me a question, Guruji, before sitting for meditation on conscious state, we were happy. The thoughts are very less. But once we sat for meditation, automatically plenty, n number of thoughts are arising in the mind. If I want to control one thought, another thought is creeping up. If I stop both these thoughts, another thought is coming out and it is also disturbing me. How to control? The thoughts are coming up in an enormous way. Thoughts are coming up in an enormous way. I am unable to control. Who told you to control the mind? Who told you to control the mind? See, we have given 100. See, there are 125 varieties of meditations which are being discovered by thousands and thousands of years back in India by yogis, sons, and so many other people who have practiced spirituality in India. They practiced so many systems, because why these 125 systems had come into existence is, see, you love Coca-Cola, I don't like. I love Fanta, you don't like. You love Pepsi. So many people, they don't like Pepsi. And so many other people, they don't like Pepsi, Coca-Cola and Fanta. They love lemon juice. Like that, if one suits you, the same thing will not suit to another person. That is why these 125 varieties of Sattvic meditation systems, technologies have come into existence. Okay, certain meditation techniques may suit you and certain other meditation techniques may not suit you. That's why I have given around 4 to 5 meditation techniques on Sattvic Dhyana. If you are unable to do all these type of this thing, whatever I have given to you, you are at liberty to call me, and ask me to give some other alternate meditative techniques. I am very happy that people have started calling me up and they have started writing mails to my email. It is a good sign. Unless otherwise, people practiced certain things and they achieved a peak, a milestone. The system won't come into existence. Whatever meditation techniques are being circulated among the general public nowadays, all were practiced in olden days and people succeeded in achieving their samadhi and they were able to get the enlightenment. Wisdom. Why you have to get the wisdom? If you know what is life and who am I? Why I have come into existence in the world? What is my duty? Once you go to samadhi, automatically without anybody's assistance, without anybody's guidance, you will be able to know about yourself. Once you know about yourself and the karma and the life, all of your miseries will go off. What is a misery? It is an illusion. It is an illusion. The miseries are being created by us only. The miseries are created by us only. Misery is an illusion because of the attachment. See, that is the thing I am telling you. If you regularly practice pranayama and meditation without any gap for 3 to 4 months, definitely I am telling you, you will be able to touch the samadhi stage. Once you touch the samadhi stage, it is a sign that you are going to get enlightened shortly. See, the enlightenment and samadhi are natural process, natural mental process. There is no formula to go to that samadhi stage. See, God has given certain systems. Sympathetic and parasympathetic nervous system is acting inside your body. Certain things you give command to certain parts of the organ or certain parts of the body to execute certain things. But certain parts of the organ, without waiting for your command, it does its work. How? Breathing, heart beating, blood circulation, digestion. After eating, do you give any command to the stomach to digest the food what you have taken? No. Appetite. Who has told you to get the appetite? How you say that you are hungry? It is an automatic system. So all these automatic systems are being controlled by unconscious or subconscious brain. Unconscious or subconscious brain. See, people, they are asking me why plenty number of thoughts are coming up once we close the eye. The 2 eyes and the 2 ears. 2 ears and 2 eyes, both are the gateway for the brain. To read the brain, this is a way, and both of the eyes cavity, this is another gate. If you close the eye, automatically, although your eyes are opened, you are unable to close the ear like this. You are unable to close the ear like this. You can close the eye, not the ear. But once you close the eye, after some time later, so many things are happening outside, you are unable to hear. Your concentration is inside not outside, external. Once you close, automatically the main door of the brain is closed. These two is a sub door. It is just like a window. This is the main door. If you close the main door, the windows will not work. The windows will not work. Although you close the main door, so many things are being recorded in the subconscious brain. So many things are recorded in the subconscious brain. During your birth, once you get the birth, coming out of the mother's womb, the Jivatma enters into the physical body of the newborn. While you enter into a newborn body, whatever good things and past things you did it in the past, that is being carried on along with the Atma. All incidents, all karmas, bad and good, everything will be basically recorded and you will be sent out of the mother's womb. That is the basic record. You cannot remove the record. Unless otherwise you get into spirituality. You get into spirituality. The karmas won't be wiped off. It won't go away from your brain record memory center. The next record is your parents are bringing you up and you go to the school, mingle with people, and whatever your guru master tells, you are following it. Accordingly, those things are being recorded. After coming out of the college, you get a job. You mingle with your co-subordinates. Mingle with the world, external world. Automatically, good things and bad things, whatever you are doing and whatever you are hearing, you are compelled to do it, whether you are interested or not interested. To retain the job, you are compelled to do certain bad things and good things. Those things are all recorded. All these recorded systems are called as samskaras in Sanskrit. The samskaras, the old and present samskaras, the old means the old janma, the old janmas samskaras, whatever you did, bad and good samskara, that is being recorded, and the present janma, whatever you do, good and bad, all these things are being recorded in the subconscious brain as samskaras. These samskaras every now and then are bouncing out from the recorded memory center. And it give commands to the conscious brain not to deviate anywhere. It wants the conscious brain to be a slave always. So it directs, it executes the conscious brain to act according to the good and old samskaras, present and old samskaras, which are being recorded in the subconscious. That is why, whether you like it or not, whether you close your eye or open your eyes, the thoughts are every now and then coming out. You are being controlled by your subconscious brain. The present and old samskaras are controlling you. That is why the misery. Why you are getting the misery is because you have recorded certain bad things, negatives in the brain, and most of the records are all negatives. Mind it? Most of the things which are recorded in the subconscious brain along with the positive, the percentage of the negatives are more than the positive. All positive things are all enjoyment. You are unable to recollect the enjoyment. Rather, recollecting the enjoyment, the sorrows are rebouncing, and it won't allow you to enjoy yourself the present life because of the old karma. Because of the old karma, what you did, the karma won't allow you to be happy. Be happy. That is why every now and then, the records are being bounced out of the subconscious brain and you are being disturbed and you are lead to misery and sorrow. If you do pranayama and meditation regularly, 200-500% I can give you guarantee that you are going to reach the samadhi and you are going to reach and you are going to change yourself. See, why people are doing bad karma in the present Janma is because they don't know that it is wrong. It is wrong. Whatever in the conscious level you think that good, that is being executed, although it is a bad one. But once you reach the samadhi stage, you will be able to analyze or differentiate which is correct and which is wrong. Which is correct and which is wrong. Whatever things you are doing, bad things, automatically without your conscious this thing, you will change. You will be changed. Your mental attitude will entirely 100%, 200% it is going to change. The old samskaras will be wiped off, erased. Whatever the past karmas you recorded in the brain, once you are able to go to the depth of the bottom of the mind, subconscious mind, superconscious mind, we call it as superconscious level. Once you touch the superconscious level, you are able to take the bad things out of the subconscious brain and you can record only the good samskaras. That's why you are requested and asked to do meditation regularly. People who have done meditation in the Western countries, see, we people are now materially, now we are attached materially. But the Western people, they earned a lot. They have become rich. Whatever they want, they have possessed. But except happiness. To gain the happiness, they are following the Indian systems, Indian yogic systems. They are going towards spirituality. They are going towards materialistic. That is why the sorrow. Okay, that is one part. To gain concentration, what to do? The same question. Okay, the thoughts are coming and going. The thoughts are coming and going. Don't disturb the thoughts. Don't disturb them. The attitude of the mind. The attitude of the mind is, see, for a small kid, you tell the kid not to do the thing, act, it will repeat it. You say don't touch the fire. The baby or the child tries to touch the fire. That is the attitude of the brain, mind. That is why in hypnosis, never give any negative command or never say that certain things are negatively stored in the brain. See, the samskaras, why it has been recorded, the past samskaras, you are carrying it through your birth. You cannot do anything. It is because of the gods of this thing, gift. The good and bad are being recorded and you are sent out. You are sent out the mother's womb. But the present samskaras, most of the things are bad because the brain is attracted to negative only. It is very much interested. See, you are seeing serials. Almost all serials are all negative. It leads you to negativity. You see newspaper, from top to bottom, almost 90% of the informations are being given by newspapers are all negative. You move outside in the society is negative. So only you see negative, you think negative and you do negative, so that negatives are being stored. Other than negativity, if you tell the brain, it won't accept. To take out the negative, you have to go to the subconscious brain, give a positive command to change the past thing to a new dimension of certain bundles of characters you got to induct. That is hypnosis. I am not confusing you here. What you have to do is, you cannot erase anything. This cannot be taken out very easily. It is not such an easy thing. Only by hypnotic technique, and you go to the meditation, the depth to the interior this thing, then you will be able to take out all the bad things from the mind. Got it? So what you have to do is, Be a silent spectator. See, for instance, you are buying a ticket to view a cricket match, IPL match or some other match is going to be conducted in Bangalore, Chinnaswamy Stadium. You have purchased 2000 rupees ticket and you have been allotted a seat in X pavilion in such and such block, seat number 12. So what can you do? You can enter into the X pavilion and go to the 12th block and reach your 12th seat. That much only you can do. You can occupy your seat. Sit in this thing comfortably, and there is a big playground. Whatever Sachin Tendulkar, Dravid or somebody else are playing, you can watch. You can shout at Tendulkar. You can shout at the umpire, but nothing will go to them. And they never hear to you also. It is around 30,000, 40,000 odd crowd. Everybody is shouting at Sachin Tendulkar and somebody else. They don't listen to you. They don't listen to you. See, for instance, every over, the Indians have to score 10 runs minimum. Then only they will be able to achieve the target and they will the match. But every over, Indians are scoring only 4 to 6 runs. You are tensionful. You are shouting at the people who are batting there. You cannot command them. You cannot control them. Even you cannot control the umpire. Dhoni hasn't touched the ball, but he has been given out, caught behind. Can you fight with the umpire? No, nobody can fight with the umpire. You cannot command anybody. You are a silent spectator. You are a silent spectator. You can give command to your neighbor. Nobody listens to you. The same thing you got to apply to meditation. Meditation is a process here. Meditation is a process. See, the body is the playground. The body is the playground. Your skull. It is the playground. The Atma. The mind. The mind is a player. The mind is the player. Atma is a spectator. The body playground, the mind is playing a game. You are a spectator. You have purchased a ticket to watch the game. Just you can watch the game. Even if you give command, the mind won't listen to you. No. Be a silent spectator. See, why the Bija Mantra? Why the Bija Mantra is being given to the meditators is to keep the awareness. To keep the awareness in the present. Because the power of the mind is whatever thoughts coming, why the thoughts are coming out is the thoughts are coming out to get the things done. To get the things done. It has got a desire. Thoughts are nothing but desire, negative desire. The desires are coming out of the subconscious brain. Once the desires are creeping up and coming out of the subconscious brain, automatically you are tempted to achieve the desire. So you will be dragged even if you sit quiet, calm. The desire, it won't allow you to sit. The subconscious brain, it won't allow you to sit. It wakes you up, asks you to commit certain things and get the enjoyment. That is the power of the mind. So whether you meditate or whether you sleep or whether you walk or sit or do anything, it does its work. It won't keep you to sit idle. Whatever the brain says, accordingly, the conscious brain will make you to execute things. That is the power of the mind. Okay, this video, because of the time constraint, the same thing will be continued in the next video. Thank you.